first base, second base, third. To guys, it only means one thing, having sex. It means that to girls too. It's just that somewhere in the excitement and the passion of our relationship, when Jake and I decided to go all the way, I thought it meant a whole lot more. I remember when we first met. It was the spring fling. Well, I really remember when I caught him checking me out, you know? When Chelsea and I casually strolled by the snack bar. Later we started dancing, swaying to the music. And later we held hands and made out in the moonlight. Oh, what a night. It all happened so fast. But that's all it took. We were officially going out. Oh gosh, I remember our first date. He took me to the Missouri State Fair. Okay, I know it's a little cheesy, but oh gosh, was it fun. The first ride we went on was this really fast, rickety old roller coaster. Oh, wow. I was so scared. I could have sworn it was just completely gonna fall apart. And then we went on about 3 or 4 more rides that all went in circles. Whew! Was I feeling sick? And he pretended to throw up in my hoodie. He was just messing with me though. But see, that's one of the things I loved about him so much. He always made me laugh. Oh, and he won me this huge teddy bear. Okay, here's the story. Jake's a pitcher on the baseball team as well. And so, all you had to do was break 3 plates, first plate, second plate, third plate, and then you get a prize. Next thing I knew, I was carrying this huge teddy bear. It was bigger than I was. Wow. I think that's when I really noticed that this guy has to be one of those special guys. You know, more than just biceps and shoulder pads. Well, we were practically inseparable. We got close really fast. I started feeling like I could trust him with things. You know, things that I'd never tell anyone. Things that make me happy and things that make me sad and things I'm afraid of. My most embarrassing moment, like the time. Never mind. Well, things private and important to me. And he did too. Well, some anyway. I even showed him my birthmark. Well, as you may have guessed, that's when it started, when we started being sexually active. You know, I think once one thing led to another, that's when Jake and I decided to go all the way. It was a last minute type of thing. You know, like that song, I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. It's just one problem. Jake wasn't prepared and I had finished my cycle a few days earlier, so I thought it'd be all right? Wrong. It's strange. It wasn't too long after that he wasn't the type of person that I thought he was. We get frustrated with each other all the time. Little things he did really started to annoy me, like he'd go a few days without calling me, or he'd show up late when we were supposed to be together, or he wouldn't even show up at all. We started fighting a whole lot. Sometimes it seems like that's all that we ever did was just bicker, fight. Liar! You freaking slut-chasing liar! I'm sorry. That's just what I said to him in front of everyone in the hall. He just hit the locker and left with all of his friends. It was weird. Because later that night I received a phone call that was unknown. It just said, Jackie Smith's MySpace. Jackie's a Palmy. but I had heard that they'd be hanging out some. So I thought I should check it out. And what do I see? I couldn't believe it. There it was on the internet for the whole wide world to see. The top 10 things you've ever wanted to know about Stacy Bartlett and thought that you'd never find out. You know what number 1 was? It wasn't my birthmark, though that was on there, trust me, just not at the top. A few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. So here I am now, 8 months later, and I feel like my entire world has just turned completely upside down. I can't believe you do that. Enough about him. I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't want you to get me wrong. I love my baby, and I am going to be the best mother that I can. It's just that this wasn't what I planned, you know? All of my school, my friends, college, everything, all of it's different now. I mean, who would want to take me to prom? And when I say different, I don't just mean my baby. It's like, how am I gonna put this? It's like a part of me is gone, that I can't get back, you know? I gave my most private and special things, and I put them in a box. I wrapped it up with the most beautiful paper, and I tied it together with the most shiny red ribbon, and I gave it to Jake. He opened it up, played with it for a little while, and then asked if I had the receipt so I could take it back. I played my most beautiful music for a guy who was deaf. And I painted the most intimate picture of myself for someone who couldn't even see. I opened up the most sacred places of my soul. I took out the treasures one by one and gave it to a jerk. And now Christmas is over and all the gifts are gone. I know it's not the end of the story, it's just what it feels like, you know. I know it can be special again. It's just that I really wanted it to be special with just one person. And I thought that Jake was that person. You know, he's still the only one who's ever seen my birthmark, but now everyone knows about it. So why did I do it? Why did I go so far so fast? You know, I've had a lot of time to think about that. You know what I think? I think that I wasn't looking for someone to love as much as to feel like I was someone worth loving. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to have someone believe in me before I could even believe in myself. So, what does it mean to go all the way? I don't know. I'm certainly not an expert. As you can see, my life is rather stressful right now. But whatever it means, it's got to mean more than this.